Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the video. So as we all know, the Battlefield 6 beta just wrapped up from the past 2 weekends that the beta was live. I played the game for a couple hours based on what I've been able to, and I gotta say, if this is kind of how the full game could be at launch, then Battlefield might be back, baby. Like this was a lot of freaking fun, man. Like this is definitely the most amount of fun that I've had with Battlefield in a while. Cause for full context, I've been a very casual Battlefield fan. I played Battlefield 3, 4, Bad Company 2, 1. I didn't get to play, I haven't played 5 yet, but I do have the game in my Steam library. I just haven't played it. I did play the beta for 2042, and that kind of told me right away that 2042 is going to be a disaster, and I was pretty darn right on that, considering how the game ended up. So when the game came out back a few years ago, so and how the game was. So do I think that automatically Battlefield 6 is gonna be a runaway success? No. It just depends on how EA and DICE nail the launch because for full context, again, like it's pretty much ever since 4, as far as I could tell, every single DICE game that they've launched in the past 10 to 15 years have been a dumpster fire. 4 obviously had notorious crashing issues, especially on PC. From what I remember, Battlefront 1, the first Battlefront that DICE made back in 2015, that was like almost no content when that first released. Heck, it didn't even have a single player campaign for those who remember. Two, I mean, obviously, Battlefield 1, from what I remember, was a mostly positive launch. I don't think the Battlefield 1 was probably the most stable launch that DICE has made in a very long time. Battlefront 2, we don't need to, talk about that. Obviously, the whole microtransaction nonsense that led to the whole legislation on loot box, that was a whole thing. Battlefield 5, I believe, was pretty disappointing. Again, I didn't play 5 at launch. I still haven't yet, but I have it in my Steam library. I just haven't played it. And obviously, we don't need to talk about 2042. Obviously, like we all know how that ended up. So, do I have confidence that 6 is gonna be a runaway success when it first hits at launch? Absolutely not. I don't recommend pre-ordering any DICE games simply because they have a history of bad launches, a very long laundry list of history. Okay, now the gameplay itself. Again, if they can nail the launch, Battlefield might truly be back and finally give Call of Duty some much needed competition in the military shooter space. Much needed. So again, let's get to the actual my impressions. I'm mostly an assault person, like I've always been that way with Battlefield games. I did play a little bit of support in the beta, but I'm notoriously an assault person. That's just my kind of gameplay. That's just how I've always been with the Battlefield series. Okay, I played Conquest a little bit, but I've mostly been a domination person during the beta. I also did play squad, teams, squad deathmatch when that was live during the second weekend. So again, I'd say domination is a pretty fun. It definitely it's like territories for Halo fans out there. That's basically what it is, where you kill. Where you kill the enemy team and also score, control these, certain points throughout the map. That's what domination is. So I did not play Rush, so that was the other mode I did not. I heard that mode that's been very divisive in the Battlefield community. Also, the whole open weapons debate. I know that's a very heated debate in the community as well. Obviously, seemingly like most of the playlists are open weapons. Why? I'm curious as to see Dice's logic behind that move. Very curious, but it seems that there was actually a closed playlist as well. So I wonder if they're gonna have like both open and closed playlists for each game mode at launch. If not, maybe that's something they could do post release. If so, that would benefit both crowds so that everyone can have their own playstyle. So if they want to satisfy the Battlefield community, I think that would be the right move, personally, regarding that whole topic. Now for again, domination, I had definitely lots of fun playing this game in general. Like really good. I think the gunplay is might be some of the best in the series, like at least in a long time, especially compared to 2042. Like when you have that whole feedback, it makes it so immersive. And also for the whole meta class debate, come on, people, you're medic. You're supposed to revive your teammates. That's the whole freaking point. It's called support for a reason. Revive your teammates. This ain't Call of freaking Duty. It's Battlefield, people. Play it like it's a Battlefield game. Come on. Like, every time I see a teammate down, whether I'm medic or not, I always try to revive my teammate. Always. Always, because that's what you're supposed to do. When a teammate is down, especially in your squad. Come on, people. Come on. This ain't Call of Duty. It's freaking Battlefield. But anyways, side rant aside, so... And what, speaking of reviving people, what I think is really darn cool, it's a cool detail, like really cool, where you could actually drag your players' bodies while you're reviving them to a safe location so that it's out of enemy gunfire. That is really darn cool. It really adds the immersiveness that like you're on an actual battlefield. I really like that. I hope that feature sticks around after 6. I really do hope so. Because that's such immersive detail. I really like that. That's something really darn cool. I really like that. So whoever came up with that at DICE, massive W. Because that is so immersive. I really like that idea. I like it. I really do. So, yeah. To sum it up, do I recommend Battlefield 6, seemingly based on what I played in the beta? Yeah, it's looking like a true return to form for Battlefield. Especially considering that they were saying it's like a spiritual successor to 3 and 4. I totally see that, especially with the true return to a class system, like Battlefield has always been. Do I recommend pre-ordering the game? No, absolutely not. I am not pre-ordering this game. I am not. I have been through too many bad launches from DICE games, like I've mentioned before, so I know how their launches tend to go recently, so I'm going to wait to see if they can actually nail this launch, because I do not want to get burned again, like I have in the past, so I am not doing that. Nope. And I recommend that for those long-term DICE fans who kind of know DICE's history, I will not pre-order the game either. But hey, that's just me though, but obviously I have more willpower when it comes to pre-order games than others, but because of the whole FOMO thing, I don't feel it. I'm just waiting to see if DICE can actually pull it off. And Vince Zampella, like the main dude behind the whole, where he took over the Battlefield series, because he was the brainchild behind Titanfall. He was also involved in the Call of Duty games back in the day. So now for quick little feedback, is it me or is the time to kill pretty quick in this game? Not saying that's a bad thing. It's just something I've truly noticed. I know that's been a whole debate too, but maybe they kind of change it, before launch. Maybe, who knows? Now was it just me too, or was the netcode like worse during the weekend too? It's just something I've noticed based on what I was able to play with weekend 2, because it seemed better in weekend 1. So maybe something behind the scenes is going on. I don't know, but also, so I think that's the main things. Oh, and also the shotgun was pretty OP. Like, but I know people are saying that maybe the shotgun got nerfed. No, it was the netcode screwing up. So if you're wondering like why you didn't get kills that you should have, it wasn't you. It was something on the game's end, because again the netcode has had issues, especially during the weekend too. So hopefully they get that up and running before the game's full release. So hopefully, that's all really I got to say on it. So if DICE can nail the launch, which we'll see, I think Battlefield is a true legitimate shot at making a true comeback. Because I really enjoyed my time with Battlefield 6. So I'm looking forward to the full game when it comes out in October. So, and I'll see you all in the next one. If you played the Battlefield beta, what did you think? Let me down in the comments section below. If you liked this video, hit the like button. And I'll see you on the next one. Until then, have a good one.